Alright everybody, I've got a 2015 Hyundai Sonata, brown in color. On the rear bumper, you can see I've got some slight scuffs. These ones are really bad. Nothing else over the rest of the bumper. The rest of the bumper's clean. What I'm going to be doing here, I'm going to tape up a quarter panel around my tail lights, around my deck lid, about to the halfway point, taping up. I'm going to block sand my repairs with 180 grit, and I'm going to blend probably here or so, and then I'm just going to paint this whole corner. And this car has been freshly detailed, so taping up is going to be fun. As always, cleaning your panels off very, very well, or else your clear coat will suffer. And now we finally have this bumper prepped and ready to go. As you can see, I've got this whole corner taped off, and we're going to blend right in this general vicinity, just right past the marker light along the bottom. Like I said, our repairs that we are fixing today are here. If you can see it, it's kind of weird to see it this color, and then along here as well. And that will be what we're taking care of. First up, block with 180 grit. Alright, so I've got all of my scuffs. Actually, I've missed one. All of my scuffs except for one smoothed out with 80 grit on a block. It was all over that edge. Big spot right there, spots right there, and then there's a couple of little spots down here on the bottom. I'm gonna smooth this one out real quick with 80 grit, and then I'm going to hit it with some 320 because I did some pretty rough sanding with the 80. I'm going to do 320 on a block, and then from that point I'll use a sander to smooth out the rest. Alright, now we've got all of our 80 grit scratches, or I'm sorry, 180 grit scratches. We blocked them out with 320 grit. Now, as you can hear in the background, my generator is running. I used my sander with 400 grit sandpaper on it to finish off smoothing out all of the repair areas. Then I'm going to sand with 600 grit the rest of the surrounding areas, and then I'm going to gray scuff pad out my blend. Two ways I screwed myself up here. One, when you're trying to match your color, it helps to blend, but when you cut through right next to your quarter panel, you're not really helping yourself. Number two, always make sure you're aware of what the goal is. And before, I said my goal was to blend just right at the end of this marker light, yet here I am sanding with 600 grit well past. So now I'm gonna have to blend another at least 2 inches past my sand marks. So always pay attention, really, is the lesson to be learned here. So what I've done now, I've smoothed out everything. I scuffed over most of my sand marks with a red scuff pad just to kind of smooth the scratches out. I'm going to take gray scuff pad. Scuff around this top edge because I'm going to be blending on this top edge. Well, I say blending, my clear, I mean. And I'm going to scuff out my blend along here. So as you can see here, I've primed my bumper spots, and I don't have to mix paint because I've painted the front bumper on this car as well, so I still have some paint mixed up ready to go. And now I just gotta wait for this primer to dry, and I'll sand it, and then it'll be ready to paint. So now I have prepped out my primer. I have smoothly sanded it all out, scuffed a little bit more around my edges, and there's a new addition here. I've done what's called pinch taping, and what that is, as you can see, there's a little flip up underneath it. I can get it focused. There it goes. A little flip all the way across it. What that's going to allow, for clear not to just stop right at the edge. It'll actually go up underneath it a little bit. I'll peel it off. I'll blend, spray some blender around the edges, and then I will have a smooth finish. There won't be a hard line afterwards. So let's do it. Base coat. And clear coat.